Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of a game, movie, or TV show I just finished. All thoughts and feelings are my own and are just for fun, quick way to get out my feelings on what I just played or watched. So enjoy and don't take anything too seriously. Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. At this point in playing, if you haven't watched my episodes of them, do so. I mean, if you want to. They're hours long, but really good. But anyways, it's a fine game. This review is for the base game of it, and also season 1 that we went through. And overall, just quick exploit. I like the game a lot. It's probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because it is basically your average just get weapons, get better weapons, yada yada yada. But it is really fun with the characters and how they interact and whatnot. It did a good job with having to kill the Justice League, gave some good boss fights. The locations looked neat enough and somewhat different. And overall, I recommend this game if you like games like this. It's really fun. But yeah. Either way, going into the story don't know what I was going to say there, of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And the story is basic enough. You are one of 4. You pick one of the 4 Suicide Squad members, originally in the game. As it goes on, we get more characters. But you get King Shark, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Captain Boomerang are talked to by Amanda Waller, who is creating the task force, puts bombs in their throat, or gets them to put bombs in each other's necks in order to be under her control, as she sends them out into the city, where they quickly learn that the city is under siege by Brainiac, who has taken control of most of the Justice League. At this point, at the beginning, he had Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern under his control, and the only other members that you see during the game that are out in the ether would be Flash, who you talk to immediately and interact with, and Wonder Woman. But as it goes on, and spoilers of course for the game, it should be clear if I'm doing a quick review. But as you go through the game, you find Lex to try and help you out, but then he gets killed. You find Poison Ivy, who helps you get younger Poison Ivy, rebirthed Poison Ivy, who helps you get afflictions onto your melee and bombs to do various things. Various elemental burst attacks, which do various things. In a fight with... Yeah, so as you go through, you find... Was it Toymaker at this point? No, I think he came in... Did he come in? Toyman comes in, a younger Toyman who is a hero? I don't know. He's not the Toyman I know. Comes in and he helps you build a thing to stop Flash's power, as he got kidnapped and brainwashed and he's part of the crew. So you get that, you go out, you destroy Flash, then you get taken... Do I need to explain everything? I don't need to explain anything. Elseworld, you get another Lex from that world to cross over, and together with Lex, you work together on finding out how to get rid of the other Justice League members. Through some of Batman's gadgets in his Batcave while he's not guarding it, you get stuff to stop the Green Lantern. Through this new Lex, he finds a way to counteract Superman, and with Gizmo, who is a mechanic guy who makes vehicles that come in for certain missions, you get a way to find Batman, and Harley has a way to stop him. So, all throughout, and then in the end, after you kill all the Justice League members, or all the Justice League members have been killed, you get to Brainiac, you get through, you beat this Brainiac, and you find out, oh, there are 13 Brainiacs in total, so 12 left after this, and you must go into the multiverse to get the other Brainiacs and bring them to justice so that you can end the siege for sure once and for all, because I guess they're all connected through the webway or whatever. Which goes into Season 1, which is the Joker. The Joker is caught by a different Brainiac. And there is story with him. You get, like, interview tapes that kind of give you story. There's a lot of interview tapes for different characters that give you more backstory on everything. With Joker in particular, in that world, it gives you more detail on why Joker is the way he is in that world. And still alive, because this isn't the Joker. Even though this game takes place in the timeline of Arkham City, or the Arkham-verse, Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. It takes place after all that. It's, yeah, you go to a different Joker from a different timeline. But besides that, there's no real story besides do missions to get, Panafolium, or whatever the heck it's called. Use it to go into bigger missions in order to get your rank up. Then you fight Joker, or you fight Brainiac, a new Brainiac. You beat him, you unlock Joker, and you just keep going, grinding out to get better weapons, hopefully better weapons, gear, and whatnot, get your level up, and so on and so forth for all eternity. The story for the base game, I really enjoyed. A lot of it made sense, it was good, the characters worked well off each other, and it was fun enough. There were a few moments where it's kind of like, why would they make this choice? Why is this going on? So, there are some things there that I'm like, I don't like the choice they made. And when it comes to Season 1, like I said, there's basically no story. I guess it's supposed to be, you're in a world that's been remade in Joker's image. Whether that's what he wanted or not, I don't know. But there's some Joker stuff throughout the city and whatnot. And, yeah. So, overall, the story is good for the main story. I liked it. It made sense. It was fun to follow through, get stuff to fight the Justice League, finally beat the Justice League, kill them, which unfortunately had to happen, and continue on. Besides that, yeah. Fine story. Weird it takes place after the Arkhamverse. The only reason that's even really there, I guess, is just so it's like, yeah, just so you know, if you play these games, you know how Batman is. But Batman is brainwashed at this point. So, besides recognizability, being it is a Rocksteady game, not many reasons why they had Batman it take place in the Arkham Origin besides, like, representation. But, moving on. Excuse me. Let's go into the characters of the game. Which you have Harley Quinn, who's kind of random, wanting to has fun, goes out, has a lot of explosives, and whatnot. She's the Harley from, like I said, Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, City, Knight. You kind of see her in Origins, but that's pre-Harley Quinn. And whatnot. You have King Shark, who is a studious scholar who wants to know more about the world above, and he's also very strong and is a god, I guess, but he can still be killed by an explosive in his neck. And then you have Deadshot, who is the real Deadshot, as the one from Arkham City and maybe Knights, I can't remember if he's in Knights, was an imposter. So this is the real Deadshot with his daughter and whatnot. He's forward-facing, wanting to do just get in, get out, do the job, I guess, and get some good kills in and, you know, do what he has to do. And then you have Captain Boomerang, who is so heavy of a negative Australian stereotype that I don't really, I frickin' hate him. And it's fine to have characters you hate, and it's fine that he's a character that is like the D-bag that no one should like, but they put him so much in, like, he's an alcoholic, he's very rude, he pees on people. I was like, no, it's a bad stereotype, and yeah, I haven't seen much for Captain Boomerang. I've seen some of the Suicide Squad movies, at the animated movies, and he was alright in that. He's cocky, but he isn't. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, that straight up he's an Australian stereotype. I don't know if that's just because how I see it, and it's not true that they're like that. But for me, it's really heavily into that. I think they could have pulled back and made him dislikable, but not hit all the, yep, he's very upfront, he's an alcoholic, yada yada yada. Which, of course, that's not true for all Australians, but like I said, it really feels to me like they went that way. And anyways, we're gonna move on. He's the only character that I didn't like. He's really, really like just no redeeming quality, as well as there's no real redeeming qualities to him at all. He does some heinous things throughout the story. That's like, yeah, no. Did not like how they did his character much at all. But besides that, they're going onward to the world. In the world, you have Old Metropolis to go into, with different areas that are pretty much, well, they aren't the same. They are different. Like, you have the Central Business Center, which is at the top of the map, which has a lot of bigger businesses. That's where you'll find, like, LexCorp, as well as a lot of other things. There's the Wonder Something Land, which has, like, amusement park rides. There's beachfront, and, what would it be? Boardwalks and whatnot. You have Raiken? Or something, where the Hero Museum is, and whatnot. So each area does kind of have its own feel with how stuff is. There's Central Park, which is just open area, basically. Park. So while every area basically has its own, feel to it, it's fine. It's a good game. They each have their own unique feel to them and what's there. But it's just a city. If you like just going through a city with changes in altitude and whatnot, and just a lot of different levels in some areas, it's fine. Works really well for this game. You also go to, I guess, Elseworlds in the Nexus, which basically take parts of the city and makes it dystopian, where it's a world that Brainiac has already completely destroyed. So it's fine. Locations work well enough. And then going into the game mechanics, this is your classic. You pick a weapon, you have grenades, you go around. This one has great traversal, though. Every character has their own unique traversal. Like, King Shark has more of a brute force hold, so he can launch forward greater distances or launch straight up. Harley Quinn has a bat drone that she can swing off of, as well as a grappling hook to get her up buildings better. Deadshot has a jetpack to boost the speed up. The Captain Boomerang has the flash gauntlet, so he can throw his boomerang and then run to catch it and whatnot. And Joker, who is also in the game from Season 1, he has a interesting, I believe it is one of Penguin's umbrellas. Because it has a thing that boosts him up into the air, and he has a thing where he can glide on it, or he can put it under him to swoop down, and it does more speed and whatnot. But all the characters are different. There are 6 different styles of weapons in the game. Sniper, pistol, small machine gun, assault rifle, mini machine gun, and shotgun. 6. And every character has 3 of those groupings. And depending who you are, you choose whatever 3 you get. Besides that, you have grenades, and then your melee weapon. Everyone has a different melee and whatnot to go through to use in combat. Some of them are distance, like Captain Boomerang, who has his boomerang, can fire from a farther distance. And Deadshot has his gun cannon thing, so he shoots people from a distance. Whereas Joker has like a sledgehammer, crowbar, teeth mixture. Harley has a bat or a hammer. As like different weapons have different looks to them. And King Shark has 2 bladed weapons, usually. And Captain Boomerang has a boomerang. There's also chips for the Neuron thing, the neck bomb thing that give you different things, Lucky Charms, and your own personal thing as well. And the game works good. It's your classic shoot at people. You get meters to do your own 3 separate things. One is a traversal move where you do a large area attack. For example, King Shark, who was my main for a lot of this, he does a plummet to the ground that does like a massive shockwave that hurts anyone around. Whereas Deadshot has like a spread of bullets in front of him. There's also singular enemy attacks. So like Harley Quinn with her bat will like attack an enemy, get him to the ground, and smash him while exploding a bomb in his face. And Joker has like his cane thing can extend, so he kind of like latches around, goes around them, and knocks them down and out. Overall, the game mechanics work really well. The traversals are really fun to use. Some of them are better than others, and whatnot, but that's usually how it goes with different traversals. And you kind of just go through missions. They vary in what the mission type is, but most of them come down to kill enemies. Either to protect something, or just to get something from them, or on the odd occasion you have to save people. And yeah. And basically you just go through whatever flavor they give you for the main missions. And at the end, you just continuously do missions in order to get your rank up and whatnot, yada yada yada. It's a lot of the same stuff you get from live service models games. But for me, it works really well. It's really fun to do the traversals, going around the city, trying to determine what to do. You get contracts, which give you little mini missions that can be done at any time. For example, kill this many of enemies, or use the affliction, which is like the elemental thing, on enemies. Juggle enemies, which is basically hitting them with melee, hits them in the air, and then knock them, or shoot them or knock them. You can slide, which can do more damage, maybe more damage, but it gets you places faster. Anyways, there's a lot to the game, from counters to melee to grenades to melee again, traversal attacks that give it a lot of fun, in my opinion. I would say definitely look at the game, into it, because while it is fun. Because overall, with the story, I liked the base story of the game. It was really good. I think Season 1 should have had at least a few more cutscenes. Because it feels like, yeah, we're here. Oh wow, the Joker area is kind of... They tainted this area to look kind of like the Joker's area. In little ways. But not much. But the characters, they're nice. Like I said, Captain Boomerang is just way too unlikable. I think they should have made him more of a smarmy a-hole, but still have, like, some good qualities. Because they really went out on him being just like, yeah, we'll make him the most hated person in the group. And then he's a villain, but, like, you can still make it so, like, yeah, I see why people would like him. I don't see why anyone would like Captain Boomerang after playing this game. But, you know, he has been done better in other things. Of course, that's just my opinion. Besides that... yeah. The areas look nice enough. There's some familiar places from Metropolis, like the Daily Planet, yeah, Lex's building, and others from TV shows, movies, and comics that you can see and whatnot. Even a Batcave for part of the mission, and the Hall of Justice. And the game mechanics make it really fun to traverse the land, make it very fun, quick, a lot of ways to destroy enemies. Overall, really good. And overall, I personally think it's a very competent game. It is fun. I think Season 1 doesn't have enough to make me go like, yeah, this is warranted of even more stuff to do. The Joker's fun to use. I did enjoy him. But either way, this is definitely a game I would say look at people's playthroughs and whatnot before deciding this is what you want to do. Because for me, this is like really fun and I really enjoy this. But I can see other people going, it's good, but not the best. And it is really weird being connected to the Arkhamverse. Because especially, like... Never mind, I won't get into that. If you know the ending of Arkham Knight, this kind of changes things. And I like the Arkham series a lot. And they could still do stuff with the Arkham series before this, because this game takes it 5 years after Arkham Knight. So there's still time to do things with the series. But knowing this is how it ends for, like, Batman and everyone, it's kind of like, what's the point? I hope they make a remake of the, or reimagining of the Arkhamverse, do a new story and whatnot in a different multiverse. That'd be fun. But thank you, my buddies, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the quick review. Hope you enjoyed me playing the game, and I will see you next anytime. Take care.